All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I guess you're fine. My name is Mr. Nero, CEO Nero Nation, and with me in the studio on this podcast is a security personnel, a man I respect, my friend and brother from Andoni, no other person than Jack Aaron Oluwa JC. So with me is one of the most handsome security agents. My boss, you're welcome to Nero Nation studio. It's always a privilege being with you. One of the most handsome. So, as a security personnel, we are with so many years of experience. We'll be having some challenges that I would like you to talk about today on this podcast. You are from Andoni and I'm from Ghana. So, as two best friends and brothers, I want us to deliberate on our security issues so as to get a final solution to this particular problem during this festive period. Are you getting what I'm saying?
All right, viewers, my name is Jack Aaron AJC. I am Oluwa JC, the CEO of Obolo Podcast, and it's a privilege to be here with my brother, my friend, my colleague in the industry, Mr. Nero, Nero Nation. Now, when we talk about the issues of security in this axis, now we should always understand the territory of Andoni and Ghana local government. As a matter of fact, I will always say that by nature, Ghana and Andoni are brothers.
Honestly.
Because to access Andoni, we must pass through Ghana local government. And then those of us from the Opopo and Bonny axis, for us to access Port Harcourt, we must also pass through Ghana local government. That is, we must go through Bori. Now, what affects the Andoni people in terms of security issues always affects the Ghana and vis-a-vis. Now, we've been having this issue of security challenges in this part of the world, and a lot of persons may not know how those things work. But to some of us that are into security agents, we have at a very close range picked out one of the key challenges. Now, you see, when you want to address the issue of security in this axis, you must put both local governments into consideration.
Yes.
Because we share common boundary. The Andoni have a community called Nero that is bordered with Penya, that is a community in Canadian governments. Now, between these two communities, we have a long stretch where you have forest. Now, for instance, when a robbery case happens between these communities, two options is left. That is, it's either these hoodlums will access Andoni through Noro, or they will access Ghana through Penya.
Yeah.
Now, even if they want to take it from the river axis, they will still access Ghana government through sea, through car, you understand, through Bowe axis.
Yes.
The same thing too, they can either access these angles through either Onyada, Asarama, Ajalaga. So these communities are married together by boundaries.
So, sir, there's something I want to talk about. There was a recent incident between Penya and Yoro. And there was a very serious kidnapping case, just of recent. I'm not communicating.
That is true. For about 3 weeks ago or thereabouts, a young man called David Ubolu from Ngu, the headquarters of Andoni, came to Buri, the headquarters of Kananko government, to fix his phone. And while going back between that Penya and Oron road, let me use the word alleged. It was alleged that the young man was kidnapped within that axis while riding on the bike. Now, from what we gathered, these kidnappers are a joint team of some hoodlums from Andoni and some from Kananko government. Now, we concluded on this because a ransom was paid. A ransom of 1.5 million was paid by the family to the kidnappers. Now, the account being used to receive this ransom is bearing an Ogoni name. You understand? Now, but during the conversation, we are told that these kidnappers, some are speaking Andon, some are speaking Ghana. That is so good. So that is the reason why I feel it is very necessary for us to work together, for the Kanaluku Government Authority and the Andoni to work together, because the boys now have united for a negative purpose. So that information you got is true. It has been confirmed that the case of kidnapping actually happened.
Sir, not just the kidnapping case, so there has been several crime cases on that spare and your round. Armed robbery. The people keep calling me that okay, this is what happened though. Some people they will rape somebody. So how can these two local government come together to solve this particular problem once and for all? What can they do? We are security personnel, so I need their wealth of knowledge so that people watching us can go back home, ponder on this matter, and bring solution to this matter.
Very quickly, that information is also true.
Okay.
Right. As of yesterday, some few minutes past 9,
In the night,
in the evening, yes, some travelers who are traveling from Port Harcourt through Guru to Anthony, they came back, and then luckily we are on the way, and they told us that there is a very serious armed robbery going on between that boundary where you have close to the mortuary in Anthony Road. You see this issue of,
but I think there's a police checkpoint before that.
but the police checkpoint is located at Ban, the hometown of the chairman of Kanaluku government.
Could be roundabout.
It's about, that's why you have to checkpoint. And then after the mortuary, if you are going to the other runabout at the junction to Opopon,
Okay.
that is where you also have the checkpoint. So these boys capitalize on the gap, the distance in between. You understand? So that is why they take advantage of. You understand? And because there is no synergy between the two local governments, and that is why these boys are succeeding in whatever they are doing. But I think we need to appeal to both the local government of Anthony and Ghana to put us together. There is need for them to work together, because now I will not say the boys who are doing this thing are coming from Anthony. No. I will not also say that the boys who are doing this thing are coming from Anthony. Like I already said before, these hoodlums are working together for a very yes,
For a negative purpose.
and for us to eradicate this thing, we also have to have a synergy between the two local governments. The traditional rulers, the 60 champion, the youth leaders must come together and understand that this issue of robbery is affecting both local governments. You understand? We also have an incident where some boys from Anthony also came to car market in Kanaluku government. You understand? Break into shops, loot the shops. You understand? These are issues that is happening. Sometimes when you arrest them, you will see that these boys don't just work alone. These boys from Anthony work with some of these boys from Kanaluku government. Now you understand?
Yes.
Now the recent incident we had is that two boys from Anthony, two boys from Ga, that is Kanaluku government, came together and started breaking into houses. Now, when they loot these shops, these houses, they take the loot to Anthony. Now, they will now make people to believe that these goods are coming from Anthony to Kanaluku government. Sometimes they will steel rod, plastics and all the rest, and they will bring it from Anthony to Kanaluku government, scrap them out to these scrap dealers. One who is not knowledgeable enough will think that those items are actually coming from Anthony, not knowing that those things were actually stolen from Ghana, taken down to Anthony. We also have another incident where some boys from Kanaluku government went to Anthony, collaborate with some boys from Anthony, loot items from Anthony. Why coming? If you see them, you will now, for instance, I am an Anthony man. If I should see somebody from Buri with items, I would think, well, maybe that is his item. Not knowing that those items are actually looted from my community.
You see?
So they are working together. Now, since they are working together, they are winning the negative war. It is very necessary for us to come together and fight them. It is very impossible for the Anthony local government chairman alone, you understand, to fight this, because it has to do with another local government. So, but when there is synergy, when there is this collaborative effort from the two local governments, we can eradicate this menace.
Dr. By Thomas is one of those persons that don't want to see, don't even want to hear about crime. When you talk about crime, he's ready to fight it with everything he has just to eradicate crime. So I think that if the local government chairman of Andoni and the local government chairman comes together, have a mutual understanding, I believe that they can win this battle. So I want you to throw more light on how they can create a joint task force. Will that be possible?
Yes.
How can that be possible? Bringing two different persons from two different ethnic groups to fight just one cause. How can that be a reality?
Well, it is very, very possible. Nero, my friend, let me bring to you an incident that happened before this time.
Okay.
During the first tenure of Dr. Thomas by DSS arrest. Now, an incident happened at Car community between some Andoni boys and some Ogoni boys over this their how do I call it? Machine ground. No, machine ground.
Machine ground.
Yes. Now, something happened. Now, lucky enough, our dearest dog, Thomas, the executive chairman of Kanalugu government, is so familiar with the Andoni territory. Now, that very day, we saw the then chairman of Andoni local government, Barrister Erastus Awotu, the DSS, together with the chairman of Kanalugu government. They mashed their heads together. In the midst of that crisis, they were able to arrest the situation. Now, let me also tell you something happened. While we took the journey to Ajaraja, some hoodlums actually stoned the Kanalugu government chairman. Yes. He laughed and he told his colleague, no, we shouldn't worry about this thing. Now, that incident almost brought an uproar. But he said, no, he is used to this. He applied logic
and wisdom.
And that situation was arrested. Those boys were also apprehended and charged to court. So, the local government chairman of Kanalugu government is not a novice to these challenges. He is not. He is aware and he has what it takes to work together with the chairman of Andoni local government to make sure this crime is totally brought to the barest minimum. Now, to sum it up, I think it is very easy for us to have, just like you rightly put, a joint task force that will comprise of not just the security agencies alone, but some individuals, some youth from both local governments. It is easy to identify crimes. Now, if a youth from Kanalugu government cites someone who is an individual of Kanalugu government coming from Andoni, with the body languages, he will be able to tell the security agencies and other members of the task force, look, that person that is coming is from that place. He's not a legit person. The same thing too, if there is someone from Andoni found on those axes, the members of the task force will be able to also tell the other members that, look, this person is from so place in Andoni, not a good person. It will be easy for these challenges to be addressed. You understand? But when you have just the security agency alone, it becomes difficult. Because they don't even know this house. So there is every need for us to have, within this festive period, a lot of persons will be traveling from Kanalugu government to Andoni and Okokoro. Some will also be traveling to Akwa State. It will always bring bad name. Listen, this is very important, and I want the viewers to get this. If we have a breakdown of law in the Kanalugu government, people will not ask who actually commits that offense or that crime. They will always want to paint it to that environment where this thing happens. If an elderly man comes to Kanalugu government, comes to Bori, Noro, or any part of these places, and then commits crime, the first nation is the media will take it. As also incident happened with Kanalugu government. They will not be made to understand that the people who commit that act are not from Kanalugu government. You see the reason why it is very necessary for us to have a synergy between this government, so that we will kill that. A lot of places are beginning to think that Kanalugu government is not safe. Whereas I will tell you, I am from Andoni. I have lived almost all my life here in Kanalugu government. I think this is one of the most peaceful places I've been. I don't need no. I am not trying to make a smile. Right from childhood, I've been here. We do not have too many bad boys in Kanalugu government.
Yeah.
But because Kanalugu government is the headquarter of this senatorial district, that does not only comprise of the Ogonis alone, but we have the Okopos, the Andoni. So most, and it is more like, Bori is more like the only developed city in this district. You get. So people tend to come here, commit crime, run back to their communities. So until there is this collaborative effort from this local government, this affected local government, and our local government will always be getting the wrong name.
So what can they do for us to have this festive? Because the way crimes are happening on that road, what are the measures that we should take now to stop that incident from happening? Because people are traveling. This is a festive season.
First,
who must travel?
We have what we call the green points and the red points. It's a security times. Now, those green areas, those green points, those red areas, there should be a police checkpoint.
Yeah.
Now, 2-3 kilometers away from them, we should have this joint team, this joint task force that will not, it cannot necessarily be security agencies. Yes, no. It shouldn't be compromised. Now you have some youths who will volunteer to work for the safety of Kanalugu government. Some youth who will also volunteer to work for the safety of Andoni come together and form a team. You get, it will be easy for them to identify these bad boys. If I see this one coming from Andoni, I'll tell the team, this person is not a good person. You arrest the person and give. If it's just for this, festive period alone, that will be the same. That will be the same. It's not too, the landmass there is not too vast. You understand? The position of the police officers, the Navy, the Army, the Civil Defense, at that green area, in between Kenya, towards the bridge before you access Andoni, that is where they normally carry out this act. Within this week alone, we had like 6-7 robbery cases. Jesus. One motorcycle from Kopale was snatched around that axis. Like you said earlier, a young lady was also raped here. See? You understand? Now, when you ask, people will always say, now Boni Road. That is not good. Because this place is a boundary between not just one local government, 3 local governments. Because there is no way anybody will access Okoko local government or pass into that place. Now, what if this act is being carried out by boys from Okoko? I am not saying, but what if this act is also being carried out by boys from Andoni or other neighboring places like the Akwa Ibom can also access us from that place? You understand? So let the local government chairman and that of the Andoni local chairman, together with that, their colleague from Okoko, come together, empower boys within this specific period. Have like 50 boys from this side, or even 20. Now, if you have 20 from Kana, 20 from Andoni, 20 from Okoko, you have 60 boys. I tell you, we will have free flow of traffic within this specific period. Because at this period, this is when the boys want to take advantage of travelers.
Just to meet up.
Yes.
Boss, it was a nice time having you on this podcast. Like I said, you are security personnel and you've given us some words of knowledge from what you've seen so far. And we are calling on the local government chairman of Andoni and Kana to take what you have said so serious, to tackle these boys and to shut down crime, not just this festive season, but from now and beyond. So I want to thank Oluwa JC, our guest for today, for coming. It has been a nice time with you. I wanted to just say a word to your fans and your viewers.
Right. Thank you for having me, my brother, my friend, my colleague, Mr. Nero, the CEO of Nero Nation.
Thank you.
And please, to the viewers out there, please take your safety so serious. I will advise you know the time to travel. Once it is beyond 6 to 7, you can postpone your journey. It is better you stay alive, stay healthy, than to travel and then you are attacked by these boys. Please, security is not just one man business. It is a business of everybody. The safety of yourself and your family is in your hands. Please take it seriously. Once again, my name is Oluwa JC and I am the CEO of Apollo Podcast. God bless you.
My name is Mr. Nero, CEO Nero Nation, your podcast host. See you again next time. I love you. Bye.